What's up, everybody? My name is Coach Jay. I'm a girls basketball development coach, and today I just want to bring you guys along with a weekly reset, or like today is Sunday, and I love using Sundays as a reset day just to prep for the week that I have ahead. And this upcoming week is very busy. We'll just say that. So currently, I am going to be coaching a 7th grade team, an 8th grade team, and a 3rd grade team on top of the private training and the skills classes that I do. And this week, the reason why it's going to be extremely busy is because we have tryouts for the 7th and 8th grade team. We also have the first practice of the season for our little 3rd graders, which is so exciting. And also, again, some private training clients as well. So I just kind of want to bring you guys along with how I prep for the week, how I practice plan, and kind of what I'm thinking about. I think that these videos would have been really cool for me to have when I first started coaching, and I'd actually love to see more of these. I don't know if there's that many out there. So yeah, I just thought it'd be super fun. But anyway, I just want to bring you guys along with me on planning and prepping the week for these tryouts and practices and training sessions and all that good stuff. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I have my computer right here, and the first one that I want to start off with is the 7th and 8th grade tryouts. Now, I'm kind of off to the side because right here I want to actually put my notes down so you guys kind of see how I'm typing out. Excuse that I can't multitask, so sometimes when I'm typing, I'm probably going to go silent. But one thing I like to do when I am planning my tryouts or my practice plan is write down like specific times. So I know that I have an hour and a half for practice, so we go 3 to 4:30 for our tryouts. And the one thing that's a little bit different with tryouts versus practice is actually for me right now, I don't know any of these girls. I know like 2 of them, and I only know their skill sets. I don't know anybody else. So these tryouts for me are actually going to be a little bit of a test run so that I can see, you know, the talent we have, what they can do, where's their baseline, and then how we can build from there. So that's a big thing with tomorrow and the next day's tryouts. So I always love to start off with ball handling. I think ball handling, one, is absolutely extremely important for you to do in every single practice. It gets your hands on the ball. Obviously, you're getting better and feeling the ball in your hand. But I also think it sets the tone for practice. I think it's a good energy setter, and you can actually control how hard you work with ball handling. It is individual, so yeah, I love starting off with it first. So I just really want to go like 10 minutes of ball handling. So I'm going to go from 3 o'clock to 3:10 of ball handling, just to see, you know, what we have. And I think that I'm going to go up and down. I don't think I'm going to do stationary tomorrow. So I'm just going to build out the basics. So mainly this is one, to get warmed up. I think these are good drills just to feel and kind of get your body warmed up and your hands ready. But also too, I want to see where people are at, because I know for a fact that, you know, we're going to have people that could probably dribble with their right hand, but I want to see who's comfortable with their left hand, who's not. I want to see if I throw a double move at you, can you do that? Some people have a hard time with the legs. So I just, again, they're basic moves, but I really want to get a baseline. So from 3:10 to 3:20 now, I want to work on attack moves, and then from 3:20 to 3:30, I want to do some shooting. And then I'm going to go water break, so like a super quick water break and everything. I want to go 3:35 to, I'm going to give them about 10 minutes here. We're going to play a different series. So I actually want to play 1-on-1, 3-on-3, and then 5-on-5. Also 2, 3-on-3 I think is a great baseline to know if people understand spacing and moving and they're not hidden. I think some players can hide on the 5-on-5, so 3-on-3 is going to expose you a little bit, and then obviously 5-on-5 to get some pace going. So at 3:35 we're going to start playing. From 3:35 to 3:50 we're going to go 3-on-3. From 3:55 to 4:05 we're going to go 1v1, and then the rest of the time remaining we're going to go 5v5. Again, this is a tryout, so there's going to be a lot more playing than there is going to be skill work. So for the attack moves, honestly, I'm just going to do simple attack moves. We're going to go full court layups, and then I'm going to give them a variation of dribbles. So let's go full court layups. The first one, we're going to go crossovers with extension, oh my gosh, extension layups, inside out to a 2 foot layup, because we want to see that control. A lot of these girls I've noticed, and actually young players, just they don't have a lot of control. They're just used to going straight to the basket and just expecting a foul, when we know that's not always the case. And then I would love to do a double move. So let's go inside out, crossover, and then we'll do a finish on the other side. So my purposing behind these attack moves is, one, I want to see just a regular move, like a crossover, right? We all got to be able to do a crossover. And then inside out, a little bit more challenging for these middle school athletes. So I want to be able to see them be able to make a quick reaction inside out. And then with that double move, just combining it. We already worked on it. Might as well combine it. And then kind of variation with our finishing moves. That way, yeah, we're able to see who brings what to the table. All right, so now moving on to shooting. I kind of want to put a competition to this. I want to see who's competitive, who's not. I don't know. That was just an idea I had. I'm probably going to think through that. But right now I'm going to do a competition. So I'm going to, depending on the numbers that we have out, I'm going to put them in groups. And then we're going to go 5-spot shooting. So 5-spot shooting, making 5 shots. Oh my gosh, why is that a tongue twister? 5-spot shooting, making 5 shots at each spot. And then we're going to see how many they can get through. So if they get to spot number 5 and complete it, then they come back around the next circle. So that's what I'm going to do with them. And then after that, I'm going to give them a water break. And then we're going to go straight into playing. I think that's it. So I think that's what I'm going to do for day 1 of tryouts. So let me actually put that. Let's go. Day 1. Day 1. And then for honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this. And then pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this very, very similar to day 1 versus day 2. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break up the ball handling. So I'm going to do like our simple stuff of like getting warmed up, right hand, left hand, inside out, crossovers. But I'm going to add a few more things in, like spin moves. I think that's like a really good one to see. Add a few more double moves in, and just kind of get a gauge, mix it up a little bit, and see kind of how they're feeling with that. And then for my attack moves here, I'm just going to probably switch them up. I'm probably going to go with more of through the legs, add maybe crossovers through the legs, getting that in there. So let me fix that super quick. Okay, so I actually went through and I changed it almost completely. So crossovers with a regular layup, so just teaching them to protect, listen to the ball, protect, and go up. We're going to go through the legs, and then we're going to jump stop on the other side, so just kind of emphasizing that we still have a defender on our side, and we have to be super strong. So being in control, being able to take contact, all the good stuff, and then we're going to go through the legs, cross, finish down the middle. So I'm going to actually have them dribble with their inside hand up at the top, through the legs, cross, get to the middle, and then we're going to do a little floater, finish down the middle, floater, boom. So then I just completely mix it up. I just got to go back through and just add a few ball handling moves that I want to do. And then for our shooting, I'd like them to go off of some jabs and some rips. So I think I'm just going to go like cone shooting, starting from the wing, and we're just going to work on our rips. So I would love for it's just more of a spin and catch, spin and catch, and then work on ripping to the outside. I want to give them 2 dribbles into shots, and then we're going to go with 1 dribble through the legs, 1 dribble jump shot. So they get one dribble to gather themselves, but then they have to get into that jump shot. So we're going to go both left and right side with that. That way we just mix in some moves. I think that would be super awesome. And then honestly, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave a lot of time for playing. We're going to go 3-on-3, 1-on-1, 5-on-5. That 3-on-3 will switch maybe depending on the numbers we have. We might have to go 4-on-4. It just depends because, again, I actually don't know fully how many girls are coming out. So we'll make the adjustment. But yeah, I would say that's for my 7th and 8th grade tryouts. I would say that that's pretty solid plan, at least just to figure out who is what and who can do what and all that good stuff. So that's what I'm thinking about for practice plan. Okay, so actually off camera, I went ahead and I wrote the workout out just because it was hard for me to talk and explain. So again, I literally never showed a practice without doing ball handling. So I have a good 10 minutes of ball handling. For me, with these third and fourth graders, my whole goal for these practice plans is not to win games. Now, do we want to win? Absolutely. But with our third and fourth graders, this is such a pivotal time to be able to create fundamental habits for them. So I want to use this hour that I have to get as much skill in teaching in as I can, which I know is hard, but we're working on it. We're doing it. So, and then I'm going to move on for about 15 minutes on defensive work. So I want to be able to go over just good technique, what's a good stance, what's not a good stance, all that good stuff. Give them some fun cues. And then we're going to work on spacing, because as any coach knows, spacing is a lot of athletes don't have spacing. We're just going to put it that way, especially the third and fourth graders, because the minute I space them out and then someone dribbles the ball or the ball gets checked in, it's like everyone just goes into one group and it's like just a herd following each other. And it's just not the prettiest thing ever. They're third graders, so we're going to show them some grace, but we want to learn. So one thing that I love doing is putting dots on the floor, and then you have to stand on those dots. So that's something that we're going to do, and we're going to break it down to 3-on-3 so it's not very overwhelming, or 3 spots. So I'm going to put a spot, the top of the key, both wings, and then I'm going to just split them up into groups. And then what's going to happen is you're going to, and I'm also going to put a dot at the bottom of the basket so they know where to run. So they're going to pass, they have to cut, the cutter has to hit the dot, and then we're going to freeze and we're going to say, okay, now where's the open spot on the floor? And then the wing will move to the top of the key, the girl who just cut will go to the wing. As you guys know, that's pass and cut offense. We all know what that is, but yeah, just kind of teaching them, breaking it down 3-on-3. And just really drilling that for about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to give them about 15 minutes to play, because these girls don't really play a whole lot. We're not playing a lot of tournaments, which, to be honest with you, I'm very happy about. They don't need to be playing a lot of tournaments, but I want to be able to put them in an organized scrimmage where I can literally stop them and say, freeze, okay, no, you're following, you're not spacing out good enough, you're dribbling with your head down, all that good stuff. So I think that 15 minutes of playing is super valuable, because I can literally have immediate feedback, where, as you guys know, if you're coaching in a tournament and coaching a game, you can't just stop the game to like reposition your players. So that is what I'm thinking, for my third grade practice plan. Okay, I know lighting's not the best, but I was getting tired of sitting on the floor. But yes, with that being said, that is just kind of how I'm prepping and writing workouts for this next upcoming week, with tryouts and actual practice. So hopefully you're able to kind of see the difference and why I'm writing a workout for a tryout versus practice, and kind of the differences. Also too, any coaches out there, what are things that you like to do in tryouts or practices to maybe teach some of the skills that I talked about? I love learning from coaches, seeing what you guys are doing and just how you're creative and how you are approaching your practices. It's super encouraging and inspiring to me, so I would love to see that. But with that being said, make sure to subscribe, because so many new videos are coming out and I'm super pumped about it. As well as, guys, you should go subscribe to my podcast. I'm starting a new YouTube channel strictly for my podcast. That way things aren't mixed up with Us Girls Basketball, Coach J stuff, and the Game Changer stuff. So if you guys would love to listen to the podcast, I would love for you guys to subscribe and all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Crush it this week with your practices, practice planning. If you're a player, just go hard at your workouts, give all you can, use that time wisely, and yeah, super proud of you guys. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next video.